Hello everyone and welcome back to this second game of the best of three between NumerOuno and Bananas in Tuxedos. We are just about to get started. I'm going to tell the teams to go. Of course you are watching the EGL Summoners Cup number 20. I am Sona, my co-caster is Eltazar. We're into Champion Select now, so let's get straight on in it.
Yeah, first band coming out from Bananas in Tuxedos this time. They are playing on the blue side. Sejuani is straight up banned. It's a pick that we've seen come out from Wannabe and very, very strong. Gragas once again banned, so we're seeing a couple of very similar bans coming out this game.
I wonder what the other bans would be, because we saw Orianna banned in the last game, but I think it'd be interesting to see who they decide to eliminate, because there were some very strong characters, strong champions, strong players in that last game. And thus far, we've seen sort of the same bans altogether.
Yep, Shyvana and Cassidy. These are, in fact, almost identical bans, but in the opposite order. Sejuani taken away from Wannabe, Shyvana taken away from Tenchi. We do see the Ziggs ban this time, played to great effect by Gyarados in the last game. Very, very well played by him in there. So, that's going to get target banned away. And we'll see what the last ban comes out from NumerOuno. It is the Mundo, the flavour of the month top laner, incredibly tanky, and thanks to the new masteries, as we discussed before game 1, they're just so strong on those very, very tanky top laners. And instantly we see 4-Leaf Clover hovering over that Orianna.
Yeah, Ixie really strong on that Orianna. I'm going to take it into the mid lane, and it does allow for some counter picking here from J-Dork. It'd be interesting to see who they do decide go for in that mid lane. It looks like Wannabe's going to pick up Vi again. Played very well on her last game, and I wonder what Tenchi's going to go for.
I'm honestly not sure. He could go for the Renekton again. I mean, he did fairly well with that. Of course, the Nasus pickup by his opposite number was sort of good for shutting down. It does seem we're going to actually go for the Jinx, so that's going to, of course, go onto Porojokes. Now we'll see what Wolfish EU and Kex are going to pick for themselves, or of course for the other members of their team.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they do decide to go for. I want to see what Wolfish EU goes for in that jungle, because his jungle Gragas is very good. His Kha'Zix was good last game, but he died quite a few times, and I'm not sure what other junglers he has up his sleeve. Jarvan, perhaps? I'd be interested to see who he does decide to go for, and there are a lot of strong champions still free at the moment. I mean, Evelyn is around, there's Jarvan, there's Vayne free still, who's been picked up in most of these games, Nasus as well, Renekton as you were saying, and there's the Renekton lock-in from Candy Kuma, and the Thresh from Wolfish EU.
Yep, very strong pickups. I'm thinking that they may have actually picked the Renekton just to take it away from Tenchi, but yeah, it's still going to work either way. We're going to see Fail Life jumping from champion to champion, so we're not going to talk about that until he actually decides to make his mind up.
He did that to us last game as well. I mean, the Soraka Jinx combo doesn't work quite as well as the Soraka Vayne, because Jinx is a lot about how much damage she can do in sort of melee fights, in the shorter fights, and Soraka doesn't really work that well in that combination, so I'm expecting to see either a tanky initiator here like a Leona, or a Nami as well would be quite a good pickup in that matchup.
Well, the Lissandra does get picked up. That's going to go on to Gyarados. We saw Gyarados actually play Lissandra against the Dempix though team, which was in the 3rd round, I believe, or was the semi-finals. I am honestly terrible at remembering these things, but he did incredibly well in that middle lane. Did very, very well at shutting down that Orianna, and we do see Fail Life picking up that Leona for the dreaded Leona Jinx combo in that bottom lane.
And both Leona and Annie have great combinations with Jinx, because you stun lock someone, the flame chompers go down, and it's a good 2 to 3 seconds worth of them just standing still, not being able to do anything, and it's going to be difficult for Thresh and Lucian here in the bottom lane to be able to escape from that. We saw, of course, Lucian being played in the last game by Kex as well. Did well in the laning phase, not quite so well as we got around to the team fights.
And we do see the Zac coming out. We haven't seen him play a lot recently, but he's still a very, very strong jungler, of course. Jumping on in with the Elastic Slingshot, going straight into Let's Bounce. If he can Let's Bounce into a good position as well, of course, another very, very good ball delivery system for that Orianna. Same applies if Four Leaf Clover can land a good death sentence into the middle of the enemy team. But they are looking for engagements right now, and we do see Gyarados hovering over the Heimerdinger. When I see Heimerdinger in an actual tournament, I will rejoice. It's not going to happen.
Heimerdinger was actually played in OGN at the end of Season 3, or mid-Season 3, Jungle Heimerdinger. And they used it to take the inhibitor at 14 minutes and won the game from it. So it is a possible thing, and Heimerdinger does actually work well against Renekton as well in the top lane. I don't expect to see it picked at all, but because you've got great wave clear with your turrets, and you've got a stun, unless Renekton decides to tower dive you, it's going to be very difficult for him to do much into the game, sort of in the early game. We do see him going for that Nasus. It's going to be a reversal of the brothers in that top lane, so I think I think Tenshi's hoping he can do a little bit better than Candy Kumar did in the last game.
Well, yeah, Wolfisher is now playing a champion that can get away with diving a lot more, so if Candy Kumar can get a good advantage in the early stages of the game, it's quite possible that we might see a dive round levels 4 or 5 just before Tenchi can get strong enough, or before he can actually get that Fury of the Sands.
Yeah, you need to get enough harass down in lane there. Candy Kumar will be trying to get in with his Slice and Dice, his Cold Meek, and the Ruthless Predator does quite a bit of damage. It's a couple of shots. So it's a couple of auto attacks as well as the stun, so it does actually do quite a bit. 12 seconds before we get into the spectator delay here. Both these teams have great team fighting compositions, with a lot of stun potential coming out from the Leona and Lissandra on the NumerOuno team, along with that Nasus, who will just be a very tanky man, and the isolation that can come out from a Vi. Whereas the Bananas and Tuxedos team got a great engage. If they can get that shockwave in either on the Zac or on the Thresh, it means that they can use a lot of that AoE that they have to really melt down their opposing team. So both of them work really well in the team fighting phase. Do you think before that any team might take an advantage?
I'm tempted to say that there will be a bit of an advantage of the mid lane, because we've seen this previously, the Gyarados and Wannabe comboing to try and just take down X in the middle lane. And we saw it in the game when they were playing against them picks though. The combination of Lissandra and the jungler was just putting pressure on that middle lane, getting Gyarados rolling, and getting him to deal crazy amounts of damage later on into the game.
It will be intriguing to see if they manage to do that sort of ganking that they did in the last game, because there was a lot of focus in the mid lane early game, especially since Gyarados burned his flash. And I don't expect to see as much level 1 action as we did in the last one. I think both of the mid laners are thinking, well, if I'd taken Ignite I would have got that first kill. We actually see Gyarados taking his Ignite, so going to be trying to jump in there with that Glacial Path, igniting up that Orianna, who does have Barrier and Command Protect, so it's going to be difficult for him to actually secure any early kills.
Yeah, definitely. He is more than likely going to need Wannabe's assistance in the earlier ganks, unless he can get a hell of a lot of poke down, and Ixie would usually be more than smart enough to recognise when he could be bursted down.
Yeah, managed to stay pretty safe in the last game. Got called out a couple of times, but nothing major. We do see the brothers and the sisters in this game, obviously, with Jinx and Vi being played on the same team, and Nasus and Renekton facing off against each other. That top lane is going to be kind of one of the main defining points of this game. If Nasus is able to farm himself up, get to that 300 stacks we saw coming out from Candy Kumar, and not get melted down as Candy did in the last game, it's going to be very difficult to deal with him as we get into the late game. Has taken Flash with the teleport, so going to be aiming to roam around that map, and Flash siphoning strikes, Flash withers are very strong. Ghost, you do commonly see on Nasus, but lots of people do like that Flash just for the escape potential and for the ability to chase just that little bit quicker.
Definitely. I'm interested to see what Tenchi will actually prioritise as the main target, because if he targets Kex, then unless Kex gets CC'd heavily, then he's just going to be able to completely nullify the effects of Wither, of course, because Relentless Pursuit removes all slowes affecting Lucian when he uses it. That includes Wither, which means he's the single best AD carry counter to a Nasus, unless you can get a well-protected Vayne in, which we did see to an extent in the last game. Although the Vayne didn't get horribly fed, he did get to the point where he could actually just beat down Kuma on that Nasus.
That he did, and we are into the loading screen now. Second game of this best of 3 finals between NumerOuno and Bananas and Tuxedos. The winners will be going home with 3,200 RP and the Triumphant Rise skin for each of their team members. And last time we got into this final position, we saw NumerOuno taking the gold. Maybe Bananas and Tuxedos can turn this around. They are 1-0 down. It's the EGL League of Legends Championship Summoners Cup number 20. I have Summoners Shield written down. It is the Cup. This is the Any Rank tournament. We are on a couple of weeks break after this, guys, so the sign-ups are not quite available at the moment, but soon they will be, and I do recommend you sign up because each week we are giving away about 40,000 RP altogether, so it is big money for everyone. And you also have that opportunity to be able to win the Triumphant Rise skin. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, we are at EGL. We'll be putting up posts about these tournaments. I am at The Only Sono on Twitter, and my co-caster is at Elthazar. We should be getting into the game any second now, and level 1 action is quite a big point right here. We are into the game, so let's get that over. What do you think about the level 1s here, Elthazar?
The same applies, I would say, that Bananas and Tuxedos, after the last game, are probably going to want to take less risks in the early stage of the game, unless they can make a really good play that they are really convinced that they could do well at. Besides that, I'm tempted to say that aggression's more likely to come out of NumerOuno because, you know, they're fresh out of a game they've just won. They can take a few more risks if they want to, because if they do and they go wrong, they've still got a third game to win if they do go down, or if they pay out well, then they'll steamroll the game and take the tournament.
As soon as you say that, we see an invader. It's going to be a 4v4, but Asus isn't there yet. There's the boy. The play comes in. Wannabe is taken very low. The ignite is ticking. Is it going to be enough? Bearlife has to flash away as well. That's 2 flashes burned. The command attack is going in. Wannabe is still there in the back line on about 100 HP. Another play onto Geradok. He's going to get taken very low. Another ignite would be enough. It's not. Oh, XE might get taken out. The Siphoning Strike coming down. That is so many summoner spells burned in that level 1 action.
Absolutely crazy right there. Nobody went down though. Despite all of the summoner spells and all the damage that went down, nobody died.
Yeah, so 2 flashes used on that NumerOuno side. Leona and Wannabe gonna be waiting a while before those are back up. Only the ignite used on 4-leaf Clother, so might try and go a bit more aggressive in the bot lane. Has taken Flay first, which actually served them very well there. Usually you take Death Sentence if you're invading, but really worked out well for them.
Yeah, it did very, very well. Tenchi just arrived at that fight slightly late. A lot of damage was managed to go down before the entirety of NumerOuno's might could be brought to bear.
It's true, and we see warding totems across the board again. Normal item pickups, apart from a cloth armor in this top lane, with extra pots. So obviously Tenchi wants to be able to get that little bit of extra armor against the damage that's going to be coming out from his brother, from that Renekton. Going to try and keep himself sustained up. Wolfisher taking blue buff first. Now, with the introduction of Season 4 and the changes to the way the jungle works, usually we see quite a bit of damage. So coming down onto Poro Jokes, stun onto 4-leaf Clother. He's taking up a couple of minions. Fairlife going to be able to do quite a bit there in the bottom lane. But usually we see the jungler taking away the buff on the side of their bot lane because it just allows that little bit of an extra pull. But if you can get across the red buff quickly enough, you should be able to do a nice gank in this bot lane. And maybe they thought, well, Leona no longer has a flash. Maybe we'll try and get Wolfisher down there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's a very good notion. Of course, it'd be better to get first blood onto Paradox, but he does indeed have the flash, does have the barrier as well. So it's unlikely they'll be able to pick up a kill there. Other lanes, of course, fairly standard. Tenchi taking minimal damage from Kyandi Kumar's early poke. You know, we may see some assistance coming out, of course. Wannabe just got level 3 from picking up his red buff, so he's going to head up to the top lane most likely. Actually, he doesn't. He's actually heading in towards the middle lane, so yet more attention being put onto that middle lane. They really do not want XE to get rolling.
No, they want J-Dog as far ahead as possible. XE with that Shockwave going to be able to do a lot. And Glacial Path coming in here, pops that command, protect, and the barrier, going to keep himself alive. Didn't have to burn flash. We see Zac sneaking to the bottom lane, but a ward has just gone down in the lane bush, so he's not going to be able to get anything out of that.
Nope, he's just going to head back off into jungle. He's got level 3 as well, so straight up farming. Incoming! As he flies over the wall onto the golems. But we do actually now see Wannabe coming in.
Wannabe's coming into the bot lane. Level 3 just been hit. Poorly Flow is solo. The Flay gets hit up there by the Vault Breaker. Nice static play onto him as well. He's going to go down. Polo Jokes picks up the kill. Get excited, Polo. Kex goes in. Picks up one. Is he going to get Polo? He is. Here comes Wolfisher U. This is a beautiful trade around. There's the red buff Frog. Fairlife going so low. Elastic Switch on enough auto plays. Is it enough? It is. A triple kill for Kex in the bottom lane.
That was absolutely wonderful, and the fact was that the minions died quickly. Fairlife was tanking up minions after Kex managed to get that double kill. Third kill was picked up very easily. Wolfisher actually burned his flash, but then got a little bit too excited and double tapped on his elastic slingshot, so he didn't manage to get the CC, didn't manage to get the assist on that either. Oh, he did manage to get one assist actually, he did get the assist.
Just on Fairlife right at the last moment, managing to put that Stretching Strike out. Stretching Strike is a really difficult name to say, okay? That's like so many S's in as quick succession as you can do. But still, yeah, managed to get the Stretching Strike out, got himself an assist, gonna go back, fire up that Spirit Stone, probably build into the Spirit of the Ancient Golem. That's what we see on a lot of these tankier junglers, but there is a BF sword on Kex already. That Lucian is an incredibly hard-hitting man right now.
That 3-for-0 trade was absolutely a godsend for the members of Bananas and Tuxedos, and we see Kex come back in and instantly engage onto Fairlife.
Yeah, Ignite's gone down as well, but there's Flame Chompers. Oh, it's not going to be enough, is it? Oh, the Blaze, there's the kill! He's 4 and 0, and we're only 5 minutes into this game. This has started with a bang.
That was a wonderful use of the Dark Passage. Kex got caught by the Flame Chompers, and it was like, hey, yo dog, I heard you like getting kills, so I'm going to give you this lantern that allows you to get more kills while you get kills.
Chasing up those kills as much as 4-0, 6 CS ahead as well, and he's already at 2,600 gold. That's 1,000 more than anyone on his team, and almost 1,000 more than anyone on the opposing team. 900 gold ahead of that Jinx. It's going to be very difficult for her to do much at the moment, especially since he's still got that double buff as well.
Yep, farming becomes incredibly easy when you're double buffed. However, there is of course the slight risk of losing farm to the red buff. Less experienced AD carries, and me.
Oh, Gyarados going in the mid lane, flashes in, is he going to get Xe? No, he's ignited the shockwave coming out, Xe actually leveling up from the minions during that gank, and Wolfisher U is there, command protect, Gyarados getting very low, but here comes Vi, she manages to get it, the stretching strike, Wolfisher U goes down, is Xe going to be able to protect him up? Jinx is coming across from the side as well, and Wolfish EU gets taken down. Oh, they're going in with the Fairlife in the bottom lane, she's going to get taken very low, flashes away, Death Sentence is kind of actually just come in, there's the Dark Lantern as well, Fairlife taken down so low, had to burn flash, but Jinx is now in the mid lane and they're pushing down this tower.
Yeah, well, we see that Xe's back at his turret, so this is going to go very, very low. I don't imagine it's going to go down, but it's definitely going to go very low health. And actually, more minions are coming in right now, so they may well, yeah. Minions arrive at the exact right time. First turret's going to go down 7 minutes into the game. Yeah, Kex is doing very well for himself, but, well, turret lead is instantaneously put into the advantage of NumerOuno. Objective gameplay for the win, but trades back round. Kex and 4-Leaf Clover pick up the turret in the bottom lane.
And their ping switch dragon here the NumerOuno team. They're going to try and take that one down. Potentially using Q as a top lane dominance. He's going to come out from Q any second now. He uses it very close, but remember there is a teleport's actually being used by Tension to get back into lane, but he might not be able to do much. There's the ignite, and Tension's going to go down. Kuma picks up the kill, just locking him out, and there's a fight going to start any second now by this dragon. Wolfisher U is there, command protect is on him. Wannabe's actually backing away. If they see that happening, no, decided to stay around. Going to get rid of this pink ward here in the bush. Not spotting it. Wolfisher U, that's the second time he's missed the pink ward. Oh, there's the death sentence. There's the ball. There's the shotgun any second now. No, doesn't even need to use it because it's not up. But Gyarados picks up a kill, picks up a death there. Sorry, 8 picking up the kill. That should be a dragon kill here for the Bananas and Tuxedos team.
Great catch right there, very nice death sentence from 4-Leaf Clover, and that's going to advance a very nice early game. Wolfish still needs to be a little bit careful, of course doesn't have his cell division up at the moment. Second turret goes down now, Candy Kuma pushing out the top lane, and we see a 4,000 gold Nyon, 3,500 to be fair, at this very early stage in the game.
That Lucian bloodthirst at 8 minutes and like, that is amazing. Wolfisher U almost going down to red buff. Going to be able to sustain himself up through that passive, getting all of his bobs. Going to go back as well, but He got caught out a little bit when they went for that gank mid lane. That's now 0, 1, and 2. Got himself some boots. Going to be trying to roam around this map. Going towards that Spirit of the Ancient Golem with his Ruby Crystal as well. Oh, sorry, his Kiddo Gem as well. Able to sustain himself up and get as many ganks off as possible. Thresh has actually come towards this mid lane. They know they traded that mid lane tower. They managed to get top lane and bot lane for it, and the dragon as well, so not really too sad about that one, but they do want to be able to put some pressure down in the other lanes now.
Yeah, Tenchi forced off the farm yet again. Candy Kuma doing very well for himself. Does have that early brutalizer, something that wasn't picked up by Tenchi in the last game. Definitely working in favour of Candy right now. Got a massive farm advantage, and that poke damage is incredibly high.
Yeah, huge amounts of poke. He has got Dominus back up. Ignite isn't available at the moment yet. I think he's waiting for that. Oh, Wannabe gets taken out. Wolfishy, you going in. Nice frozen 2. Gyarados gets ignited. Is it going to be enough? There aren't any minions there. You don't want to go all the way in on that one, especially with Fail Life coming in from the side. His power jokes as well. If she manages to get that super mega death rocket off, hitting 4-leaf clover, it would take him down. Decides not to play that one out right now. Lucian's coming up as well. Here's Candy Kumar jumping up to Gyarados. Is it going to be enough flame chompers? But Lucian's coming up. No, there's the kill for Candy Kumar. Dominus. Here comes the slingshot. Decides not to go in for that one. The shockwave has been used. They're going to do a 4-man stack in this mid lane and hopefully take down this tower.
This is all 5 members of Bananas and Tuxedos actually. Tenchi still in the top lane, does not have teleport up. This is giving him a nice opportunity, a bit of a respite to farm. He has 114 stacks on that key, which is fairly good for this early stage in the game. They weren't able to take down the turret because, of course, the wave clear right now very strong, especially with the excessive force coming out from Wannabe.
Yeah, able to just clear out that wave really quickly, and Power Jokes and Fail Life coming across, protecting up that tower as much as they can. They've already lost bot lane tower. There's a minion wave going to start pushing against them there as well, and they know they need to protect these towers, not just for the gold that it gives their opponents, but also for the map pressure it provides them. We already see a couple of deepish wards coming out here from Bananas and Tuxedos. There's a pink ward here just waiting around this red buff. We see a Tribush ward here in the top lane as well, and now a ward by the Wraiths just being placed down by Wolfish EU. They're trying to get as much map pressure as possible, and it looks like Gyarados might get caught out a little bit here. There is an elastic slingshot about to come in, but here comes Vi across from the side, just going to protect up her team. We do actually see Candy Kumar coming in from the side. Elastic slingshot, there's a stretching strike, but she's going to be able to use the Vault Breaker to get away. And Gyarados around as well. Don't want to be fighting too much when that Lissandra is there.
Ward is going to be cleared by Candy Kumar, and they do see yet another 4-man push on this middle lane. Gyarados' farming ability, wave clearing ability isn't going to stop it. They are just going to tank this on up. Wolfish EU taking quite a lot of damage actually. They do back off, not with the turret completed. All 5 members in this middle lane. Teleport is available for Tenchi, but there aren't any red wards nearby. The nearest ward would be down in the southern stage of the river, and it's just gone down as well. So the push continues. We do see Fairlife coming to join his teammates, but unless there's an engagement in mind, then it doesn't really matter. Wolfish tries to get yet another jump down. We also see Projokes going back to his base. Does have 2.4k gold, so he can at least buy the BF sword. Not quite enough for a finished Bloodthirster just yet. That 4-kill advantage playing massive dividends.
That it is. That Lucian is huge. However, because Project is able to free farm for a little bit, has caught back up in that farm. Going to be able to get himself back in this game as quickly as possible. And Berserker's Greaves with a BF sword and a Vampiric Scepter as well is pretty good for this stage of the game. Like, I wouldn't be complaining. The only problem is, of course, those 4 kills on Lucian giving him that advantage. Still about 1,200 gold in the lead. So because of these map objectives as well, 3 towers and a dragon being taken in favour of Bananas and Tuxedos, they are in a commanding position, almost 5,000 gold in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, more push coming out from Candy Kumar. Wannabe actually backing out right next to him. You also see Tenchi backing out right now. Tenchi, of course, has 1,500 gold, so we'll see a good amount of items coming out from that. We do see the Glacial Shroud, of course, giving a nice amount of bonus armor. Just reduce the damage he's taking from all of Kumar's attacks. And then returning to the status quo right now. We may actually see Wannabe trying to make an engagement in the top lane. We do see an aggressive ping being put towards Candy Kumar, but he almost seems to be aware of the danger. He sees Wannabe, but he doesn't actually get away from the danger. You know, he does slice and dice over the wall. Very nicely done by him right there.
Yeah, nicely played by him, managing to keep himself safe. Actually backed a little bit into Wannabe so he could use that slice and the dice as well across the board. This blue buff's going to go across towards the Lissandra, and she might get caught out a little bit here. There's a ward in that bush. Wolfisher you again, not spotting the ward until it was a little bit too late. Man, he wasn't able to get that gank off, and just struggling a couple of times in the jungle at the moment, Wolfish.
Yeah, he's still doing fairly well for his team. 1-1 and 2. He gets a bit tankier, grabs himself a Sunfire Cape or something of the like, Spirit Visage, then he'll gain a lot of bonus health, a lot of bonus sustain, and then he can start jumping into the enemy team and causing some real disruption with those Let's Bounces.
Now, this dragon has been started here by Bananas with Tuxedos, but there is a teleport up. Oh, Zac actually picks it up, missing the death centers there. The colors come out onto Wannabe. She's down to about half health. The teleport not being used, and I'm not sure if they can't see that ward. It looks like it should be in vision range. Let's see if we can get the Fog of War sorted out. Let's have a look. Blue side. No, just about can't see that. So a little bit annoying for them, but good for the NumerOuno team, meaning that they have that dragon timer. Be up about 20 minutes and a half.
Funny thing is that the sight ward is not in range of the vision ward, but the vision ward is in range of the sight ward.
Ah, that might be because if it's a trinket ward, or if it's a ward from Leona, or actually it could be from anyone, you can get upgraded vision range on trinket wards. So if someone has done that and put a trinket ward there, means that they would have a little bit of extra range on that vision, so that they'd be able to see the sight ward, the pink ward, without it being spotted out by the pink ward itself.
As far as I can tell, that is just a normal sight ward right there. It's rotating nicely like a pylon. We do actually see Tenchi going incredibly low in the top lane. Wolfishy tries to dive and instantly gets counter-engaged on. Exe's here as well.
Oh, the Shockhead actually missing everyone because Wannabe flashed away, and Candy Kumar tanked up a couple too many tower shots, and he goes down. Exe is there as well. Looks like Wolfishy is going to get taken out by Tenchi on that Nasus, and it wasn't as good a trade as this Bananas and Tuxedos team would have wanted. Just a bit too manly. Wolfisher, you going a bit too deep there.
Yeah, Exe only just survived thanks to a wonderful lantern placed by 4-Leaf Clover. But yeah, very bad trade coming out from Bananas and Tuxedos right now, and they concede 3 deaths. 2 deaths rather.
Yeah, they do, and it's still a 4,000 gold difference, but Lucian, I feel like they haven't really done as much with this Lucian lead as they could have done. Yes, they've taken all the outer towers and they got both of those dragons, so they have had this objective control, but it's probably just because I'm being greedy. I would have liked to see him putting a bit more pressure onto Jinx and Leona in the bot lane, trying to pick up those kills. Might just be as well because NumerOuno have rotated well, pushed that lane when it needed pushing, but then come back to mid lane and stayed within the safety of their team.
Typical play-by-play casters. Always complaining there's not enough action.
Well, Tvesh might actually get called out a little bit here. Godok deciding not to go in on it. He's very isolated if he goes too far around there, so decides not to go into the enemy's jungle too far. Kumar fighting up against Tenchi in the top lane. Tenchi now on 270 odd stacks, so farmed himself up nicely, but Candy Kumar still 2-1-1 and 40 CS in the lead. This is kind of the same as we saw in the last game, apart from the fact Tenchi's decided to go for a frozen mallet. Here comes Wannabe, and here comes Gyarados. They're going to go in on Kuma. There's the lantern. It gets to it, but he gets assaulted and batteried out of it. Pops Dominus. That's not going to be enough. Fully further. Here comes AC as well. They're not going to go on this one because Wolfishy U is all the way back at base, and Kex in the mid lane, pushing down this tower as quickly as he can. He needs to be careful because there are 3 members here of NumerOuno coming in from the side. There's a ward there. Wannabe, are you going to get on him? No, the zap misses as well. Here comes the glacial path. Hook landing on a small lead in that race. Actually getting 5 gold there for 4-Leaf Clover. Not the target he was aiming for, but still 5 gold.
It definitely is. Wolfishy U just taking this raid. He's basically the typical Zakish attitude. It's like, yep.
Ooh, Hook landing with Gyarados. They're going to go in. Oh, the shockwave, the culling, everything misses. The box goes down for 4-Leaf Clover. There's a gorgeous frozen 2 men. 4-Leaf Clover. You are not a lucky man today. You get taken out. That frozen tomb by Lissandra was gorgeous, but I think perhaps it should have been expected from the Bananas and Tuxedos.
Agreed, definitely. It should have been. You should have seen that coming. Unfortunately, they didn't. 2 minutes until the dragon respawns and Candy Kumar returns to his lane, clear out the waves that his brother's been pushing for the past minute or 2.
they're very kind brother to give Candy Kumar all of this gold. I'm slightly interested to Candy Kumar. He must have some sort of critical strike chance because he's critting minions. But he hasn't got any critical strike chance. So we'll see you getting caught out a little bit. But here's Wannabe and here's Gyarados again, and they keep doing this. Wolfishy U frozen too. No, sorry, the Ring of Frost isn't going to be enough. The Ignite is ticking. He goes down. Fairlife is on Candy Kumar here. Ace's trying to come across, but this top lane is not where you want to get caught out. Fairlife has to back away. The Command Protect coming in onto Candy Kumar, and we've seen that time and time again, at least twice now, where Wannabe and Gyarados rotate towards the top lane and manage to pick up a kill for their team.
Yeah, very good synergy between that top and the middle laner and the jungle. And to answer your earlier question, Candy Kumar actually has 1% critical strike chance.
Well, it is doing work for him, because I've seen him crit like 4 of them, so...
I'm going to watch top lane for a minute or two. I'm going to count how many times he actually crits.
That 1% is a very strong. You see Zhonya's first item coming out from Lissandra, so she's a bit scared of getting caught. Wants to be able to use that frozen tomb and the Zhonya's to keep herself safe. Lucian got his phage now, building towards a Triforce. He's got the amplifying tone for the Sheen, so going to be trying to get as much damage down as possible. But we see Jinx is actually caught up in CS. 12 CS behind for Lucian there now, and it's just a bit of a struggle for him. Candy Kumar standing in a warded bush. It's not quite where you want to be, but Dragon is up in 19 seconds, so he might just be acting as the distractor, as the member of the team that they chase, while the rest of his team get Dragon. They are coming up towards mid lane, however, and not going to be going straight for that Dragon. And Wannabe, there's a distortion and the protect. Kumar is going to be safe.
Yep, distance used right there. And we see Foliage Clover trying to push the minion wave, but maybe not quite as effectively as he would desire. Meanwhile, Wolfishy U and Kex are taking the Dragon, and I'm tempted to say that NumerOuno just aren't going to be quick enough to stop them. Nope, down it goes. Foliage
Here comes Candy Kumar from the side. Shockwave landing on Fairlife and Wannabe. The culling is out. Wannabe's going to get taken out. Fairlife is going in from the side as well. The teleport. Here comes Nasus. This is going to be enough. Tenchi popping that through the sands. Gyarados throws a 2 on Wolfishy U. It's not telling you want Kex. Going in for that Jinx isn't going to be enough. No, there's the Zhonya's. It dodges the elastic Jinx on Kex. Getting Cycling Strike down. The Wither is there as well. Command Protect is not enough. Double kill for Nasus. And here comes Wolfishy U. He's popped into his passive. Is it going to be enough? We see AC is still up along with Foliage Clover. There's Wolfishy U. Everyone is so low here for the NumerOuno team. Here comes Tenchi. Cycling Strike. Not quite as much damage as one. Zenith Blade. Flame is a second too early there. AC is still alive. Here comes the Glacial Path. And there goes Foliage Clover. Ignite on Poro. Jokes. She's going to try and sustain herself up with these minions. Got a bit of life steal from that Vampiric Scepter. Oh, that was so close. AC down to like 10 HP. Oh, the Ignite. Command Protect. Barrier. Is it enough? There it goes. No! It's not enough. Perhaps should have aimed those a bit better using the Command Protect and then waiting for the barrier. Just a bit of a reactionary D there.
Yep, yeah. And in the meantime well, that did go very, very badly for Bananas and Tuxedos. They did at the very least get the Dragon, but consolation prize right there. They lost a lot of members.
I'm sure they lost everyone in that one. Over such a long time that the rest of their team had respawned. We saw Wolfishy U going down under the tower. We saw Renekton going down quite quickly as well. Oriana, of course, the last one she picked up, and then Lucian getting jumped on by Tenchi, just melted away. Shockwave was on Wannabe and Fairlife, but Fairlife managed to escape. That's the thing, they used a couple of ultimates for only that one kill and then weren't able to follow up as much as they would have liked.
A little bit of trash talk coming down from the two top laners, asking if they took notes from each other, doing better than one another on the opposing champions.
Wolfishy U getting caught out again. Zenith Blade, he flashes away from there. The Lantern, is it going to be enough? No! Flame Chompers and Solar Flare. Going to pick up that kill. Nicely done. And the second or third time we've seen Wolfishy U just overextending a little bit in the enemy jungle and getting caught out.
Yeah, they're moving up to go for Tenchi. Actually, no, they're not. Tenchi is moving across to go for the Baron. A lot of damage going down. I'm tempted to say that Kumar should try and push out this lane, but they have absolutely no clue the Baron's going on. It's getting chunked down very, very quickly, and there's absolutely nothing Bernards and Tuxedos can do to stop this. They've been zoned away by Fairlife, and down goes Baron Asher.
That it does. We do see Candy Kumar trying to push out the top lane, but everyone is coming across to him. He's trying to back away. Is he going to get away in time? Here comes the Ice Shard, going to keep him there. The ward, Ice Shard, Zenith Blade. Here comes Kumar. Fairlife is on top of him. The Dominus is popped, but he is down to half HP already. Slices and dices across the wall. Not a safe place to be. They might just let him stand around in their base for a little bit. But here come Lissandra and Bai. There's the Vault Breaker going to come out, trying to get on top of him. Actually flashes, but Vault Breaker's too late. He's going for the execute. Is it enough? He does get executed. That flash just a millisecond too late, meaning that he didn't land the Vault Breaker.
Yep, very, very close. Kuma actually acknowledging that in the chat. Very, very close. However, that does mean he's dead for another 25 seconds. None of the major objectives on the board, that is, of course, Dragon and Baron are up right now. But that's a Baroned up team for NumerOuno, and I'm expecting them to push.
You have to expect that, and Nasus will have his teleport back up in about a quarter of its cooldown, so it's still 50 odd seconds. Solo play coming on to Wolfish EU. Here comes NumerOuno as well. Oh, the stun just a second too late. The Elastic Tin Shot managing to get him away, but this top tower should be easy pickings here for Tenchi. He has Lightning Strike stacks up the wazoo, 400 odd of them already, 24 minutes into the game. Melts it down, has got his Sheen as well, so going to be doing double damage with a lot of those. And it's going to be difficult for the team to withstand the pressure coming out here. Jinx is split pushing. Wolfish EU going in, but the command protect isn't on him. It's on 4-leaf Clover. They're going on to Wannabe. Everyone's backing away. The death sentence misses there. It's a bit more of a mess sentence. And Pojak just jokes. Just like, oh, yeah, I'll just take bot lane. Fine. Oh, Geldor melted. Wow. Dominance coming out from Kumar. Managing to secure that kill. Shockwave wasn't used, however, so they still have that available. They still have most of their ultimates. I'd like to see them chasing this a little bit more, but Pojokes is pushing. It means they can't do that. Kex has to back away. You have those home guard boots if he can afford them and get into this bottom lane.
He's heading on down, but I don't think he's going to be fast enough to save this inner turret.
Definitely going to go down. Wannabe. Oh, gets the red buff stolen away. The Shockwave as well. Wolfish EU is in the middle of this. Got Let's Bounce available if he wants to use it. There's the play. Wannabe taken out. Doesn't have flash because he used it earlier. And that is a good kill secure there by Bananas in Tuxedos. They might be fighting their way back into this one.
Tenchi pushing the middle lane, Kex trying to stop him, but in the meantime we've got Prorojokes going for the inhibitor turret, so it's great split pushing action coming out from NumerOuno right now. Kex now heading towards the bottom lane, but he's going to be way too slow. Yet again, the turret's going to fall to Prorojokes before he can be there. Oh, actually, Kumar comes in and they've just saved it.
He gets it. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, Culling, is it enough? It's not. He needs to use. Is he going to get there? He does eventually, yes. And that's the Baron buff off Prorojokes. But she needed one more auto attack. She backed away slightly too early. One more auto attack would have got her excited. She then flashed immediately after she released that auto attack. Then his play, sorry, coming on to Wolfish. Solo play, he uses Let's Bounce, but he's stuck to the spot. Glacial Path, is it going to be enough? Vault Breaker, Wolfish EU down to about a third of his HP. Excessive force, he gets popped into his blob form, and he's going to get taken down. Let's see who they give this kill to. It looks like it's going to go to Taneshi, actually. Tenchi, sorry. Wolfish EU, comes back up. Gepitalk takes it away. There's the Glacial Path again. Doc throws the tomb available if he wants to use it. Does not go in for that one. The Lantern keeping him nice and safe. And the gold has now switched. It's 2,300 in favour of NumerOuno.
Yep, Dragon's back up and they're going straight for that. There's very little that the members of Bananas and Tuxedos can do right now. You've got Ixie, you've got Kuma, you've got Falling Clover there, but they just can't get in to try and contest this. So down comes the smite, and they didn't actually smite that, I don't think. No, Wannabe did not actually bother using the smite, just got picked up by Tenchi with that Siphoning Strike. Stacked up to 460 right now, so that's dealing a hell of a lot of damage.
Absolutely huge, and it's his job to stick on that Lucian in the fights. Kex needs to be eliminated. He's got his Triforce now building towards a Last Whisper as well. They need to shut him down. They need to stop him from being able to do anything. 6-1. The only real benefit for them is the fact they have that Nasus. Now he's gone for a Triforce as well, so getting some extra mobility and critical strike damage as well, because of course Siphoning Strikes can critically damage you.
Yep, and when they do, it's very, very bad day.
That it is. That it is. We see Pojokes doing a little bit more split pushing as well, taking the golems, push that wave up towards the inhibitor. Everyone does back away and is going to protect them from it. Kumar getting withered. He's going to be able to clear out this minion wave pretty quickly. Siphoning Strikes don't do quite as much to him as they do to his AD carry, but Dominus popped, and Fury the Sands as well. Kumar's getting taken very low. Wannabe coming in from the side. Leona's here as well in just a second. She's gone the long way around. Kumar trying to get away. There's the Zenith Blade. There's the Shield of Daybreak, and Kumar gets taken down. Baron is up in a minute and a bit, so they might try and use this time when it's a 4v5 just to secure the area, get some wards down. Wolfish EU, Glacial Path, they're not going in on that one, are they? No, they don't. That Leandre is burning away on Wolfish EU, though. Because you've got so much health, it's going to do even more damage.
Yep, Leandre's Torment dealing 2% of target's current health in every time spell damage is dealt.
They are pushing for this turret, taking it down quite a bit with one Siphon Strike. Corridor still as well. Wannabe getting caught out a little bit. The Command Dissonance doing some damage to him, but it is a 4v5 as we said. Renekton's still got 3 seconds before he's up. Wolfish EU has the ball though. Elastic Slingshot, gonna go in a Gyarados. Oh, gets stunned up with that Ring of Frost. Hex Ardent Blazes, but he gets caught in the Flame Chompers, and Gyarados manages to get himself away. We see Nasus rotating towards mid lane. He's going to try and push down that wave quite quickly, get more Siphoning Strike stacks. He's going to be up to 500 any moment now, especially all with the fact that he's got the cooldown reduction from that Kindle Gem. Going to help him out quite a bit getting those 2 stacks back.
Yeah, we see the entirety of NumerOuno backing off to their base. They are buying up before they do this Baron. We see Tenchi heading towards the bottom lane, but he does have teleport up, so he's going to start pushing. He's going to teleport to a ward, help out his team at Baron should they need it. And perfect reaction actually from Bananas and Tuxedos. They probably can't fight right now, but if they can push, then their opposing team can't Baron.
That is true. The Zap coming out, just missing the on 4-leaf cloak. They're not going to be able to pick anything up there, but they do have to deal with this Nasus split push. It's going to be very difficult for them to do. With that Triforce, he's very mobile. Also got a Negatron cloak just to keep himself that little bit more tanky, but he clears these waves very, very quickly. And we do see Candy Kumar coming towards bot lane. The problem for them now is if the NumerOuno team decide to start Baron, they have a teleport unless the Ruthless Predator comes out perfectly from Candy Kumar, stunning up Tenchi, sorry. He's gonna just get melted down. Few of the stands actually popped, as is Dominus, and look at the damage coming down there. The Ignite being popped, but Candy Kumar has to retreat. Wither coming out as well. There's a fight up here. Culling, Wolfish EU is in the middle of it. Wannabe has to flash away, and Tenchi gets the kill. Wolfish EU gets taken down as well, so it's a 2-for-1 trade at the moment. Everyone's gonna back away. Oh, Leona flashes beautifully away from the Ardent Blaze. Axie is still there. Solar Flare on Axie. The Glacial Path, she flashes, manages to keep herself alive. Hex is fighting away with Poro Jokes, but Nasus is on your inhibitor. Bananas and Tuxedos, you need to do something about this. Thresh is coming across, he's not going to get there in time. That's gone down. Gyarados, oh, they're going to go and catch the barrier pop. The Zap misses by a minuscule amount. Here comes Falling Clone, they've got those mobilities, he's going to try and get into the fight. Ardent Blaze, Gyarados gets taken out. Beautiful play there by Kex. Poro Jokes is going to flash across the wall, but Kex is there already. Oh, the death sentence spells her death. There's the play as well, and Axie is chasing Fairline. Is this going to be a beautiful trade here for the Bananas and Tuxedos team? There's an auto attack. One more command attack. No! Dodges it. Fairline is running for her life and gets taken out. 16-17 with a bit of a comeback here from Bananas and Tuxedos.
But in the meantime, Tenchi just split pushing it out, takes down one of the Nexus turrets.
And now teleports into the team. The Baron has been started, but there are 2 massive members here from NumerOuno. These are the 2 guys you would want out of Baron. Fury of the Sand is up. Death Sentence doesn't want to be. There's Fury of the Sand. Whoa! Axie gets melted. It's a 4v2. Falling Flame almost gets down. And so does Patrick on the Kex. Look at his health bar. This disappear ball breaker. 4v2. They've got it. Oh my goodness gracious. Wolfish EU is going to get taken out as well. There's the Wither. Siphoning Strike. They've got it down to like no health at all. Candy Kumar is there, but here comes the Super Mega Death Rocket from long range, and it hits them. Wolfish EU is solo. He elastic jigsaw's across the wall. Tenchi flashes. They 4v2, and they manage. I can't believe it. Candy Kumar gets broken too, and he's gonna go down, and this might be the game here for NumerOuno. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, Tenchi's even going to tank up this top inner turret. There is absolutely no need for it, mate. You've got one Nexus turret to get through the win. And this is pretty much GG, as you say. This is going to be the game going. In fact, like, it might be held off. We do have Axie and Falling Clover up. Kex has just come back up. This could be held off.
Shockwave actually locking out Fairlight. He pops the captain from the center, but they're going to turn on to Axie. Solar Flare. He gets taken out. What? They're just turning these fights left and right. Four-leaf Clover getting taken very low. Pojo's going to have to try and retreat from this one. Wolfishy U is there. And the problem for them is how low Tenchi is. Does have Fury of the Sands back up. Gyarados going to get taken out as well. And these fights are just turning round and round and round. They do get their second inhibitor down. So going to be two waves of super minions pushing here for the NumerOuno team. But they didn't really secure the win as we might have expected them to there.
Yep, Fairlife chilling out on his little lounger, watching Tenchi steal away that blue buff. Wannabe, of course, taking his red buff, and we do see a bit of a push coming out from the members of Bananas and Tuxedos. They do realise that they're on a clock right now. They need to push now, before Tenchi gets even more scary.
Just a huge dog right now in this game. He is massively tanky and has so much damage as well. 570 odd stacks on that Cycling Strike, Triforce, Spirit Visage. He's gone for a last whisper. That is how confident he is in his fight potential at the moment. Just going to be shredding through that armor as quickly as he can. It's just so difficult for the Bananas and Tuxedos team to do much here. Wolfish EU getting caught out a little bit again, but Nasus has decided just to push down this mid lane. He saw Candy Kumar in the bottom lane trying to push up that wave, and going to be able to clear out this wave pretty darn quickly. Actually waiting for the Cycling Strike stacks. He's that confident in this game that he's going to try and get as many stacks as he can as quickly as possible.
Well, he's stacked up to 588 bonus damage with that last whisper. That's going to feel like 800 plus.
And with the Sheen procs coming off it as well, it's going to give another 150% to that. So going to be incredibly strong. Look at that. That Cycling Strike on a minion is 1,250 damage. Yes, it critically stroked, but that's amazing. Talisman of Ascension going on Akuma. Tenchi gets knocked down there as well. Frozen 2 coming in. Fully Clover's going down. Super Mega Death Rocket. He goes down. Pojo's picking up that kill. Beautiful Shockwave though. This is an amazing turnaround by the Bananas and Tuxedos team. Tenchi is still alive. Is he going to be able to do enough? It's Axie and Kex. They take him down. Pojo's getting jumped on. He has Guardian Angels. Let's bounce this out as well. He's going to get taken out. I cannot believe this turnaround. That Shockwave was immense. Wolfish is jumping on top of him. And there's the ace for Bananas and Tuxedos.
Absolutely massive fight right there. Oh my goodness, and that was played so well by Bananas and Tuxedos. Axie with the absolutely flawless command Shockwave, and that really did just turn the fight on its head. We saw Tenchi go in, but he didn't get the kills. He didn't get enough damage onto Kex, got pulled away, Kex managed to pick up the kill, and the fight got completely turned. 4 or 5 seconds until the first members come back up, which means that actually any form of pushing is basically negated. First members are coming back up now. Absolutely no point pushing right now in Wolfish.
A lot of members of the NumerOuno team coming down. Fairlife does have Solar Flare. Might be able to pop it on Wolfish U, just misses the Zenith Blade. Decides not to go in there. I mean, the problem for Bananas and Tuxedos is that both of their bot lane and their mid lane are pushing those inhibitors being down. Baron has respawned, and we see Wolfish U, because he pushed out a little bit too far, might have given up some pressure on this Baron here. They're going to clear out wards as quickly as possible. There's a ping ward there. They've spotted it. There are pings trying to clear that one out as quickly as possible. But Nasus now going to have teleport up by the time this next fight starts. He can split push while they take this Baron.
And that's exactly what he's looking to do. Places that totem ward down near the raids and goes straight down to bottom lane, intent on taking that inhibitor once again. The rest of his team head straight up to Baron as well, which means, and with the Vision Ward present, of course, he can teleport in with any real difficulty.
That he can. Gyarados picking up his upgraded Oracle lens. They've started the Baron, and there's no idea here from the Bananas and Tuxedos team that they're doing. It's the first they'll notice is when Nasus gets that Baron buff, those purple rings of death floating around him. I don't want to face a Nasus with a Baron buff, never mind one with 610 stacks. They're going to engage on him. The flash, there's the Ruthless Predator as well. He's popped Fury of the Sands, but he is very isolated from his team. Elastic Slingshot coming in. Oh, he's going to get taken out. There is the Fury of the Sands, actually. Sorry, Dominus was popped already by Candy Kumar. He gets taken out, but they're giving up an inhibitor to it. This is not a good trade for Bananas and Tuxedos. Yes, they took out one member. If they can get there in time, they might be able to stop it. No, it goes down. Pojo's is going to be able to escape. Elastic Slingshot needs to be perfect here from Wolfish. It is. It gets on top of him. It doesn't actually connect. Frozen Tomb on him. Candy Kumar coming in from the side. They're going to try and chase this one down. There is a beautiful Solar Flare. Pojo is backdooring the inhibitor. Going to get another one. Oh, the flash play. The death sentence. Oh, the shockwave. Oh, the inhibitor stays alive. Bananas and Tuxedos team.
Great concept coming out from Poro Jokes, but as Kumar just put in chat, rejected. Great combo of the Thresh and with the Orianna. Very good shockwave. Burnt on a single target, wasted maybe, but it saved the inhibitor. And at this stage in the game where you're basically fighting for your life, then that's entirely worth it.
The major problem Bananas and Tuxedos... Sorry, my voice is just going so much right now. The major problem Bananas and Tuxedos have at the moment is the Nasus backdoor. He's got teleport up. There are wards not close to the Bananas and Tuxedos base, but close enough that he could sneak round the back of the team. If he can get in there and sneak away an inhibitor, he could quite easily take up an inhibitor turn while using that cycling strike. They're giving him red buff as well. I assume they're giving it to him. They might just be taking it for himself, but that's another slow. Going to make it even more difficult for the enemies to catch on to him. So it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do it, and I don't expect to see them. I was just about to say I don't expect to see them doing this split push teleport strat. The problem with it was last time, the entire Bananas and Tuxedos team just went for Tenchi. They took him, and yes, they got a little bit lucky coming back around and managing to pick up the kills, but it did really throw this game a little bit in favour of Bananas and Tuxedos. I expect to see Tenchi staying with his team, or making sure that his team doesn't go for like sort of a random objective a far way away. He's got his flash, he's got his teleport, he can be in fights. They just need to make sure that they coordinate it properly.
Yeah, they need to get wards down and they need to get favourable engages. Because if Tenchi comes in, once the fight's been engaged, it's already over. The amount of damage he deals, if he gets onto Eggsy, if he gets onto Kex, then they are going to just melt.
That they are. It's 3,000 gold in it at the moment, but it's 10 towers to 4 here, and that's the major thing. Those inhibitors just getting taken down a couple of, well, each inhibitor's, no, mid and bot lane have been taken down. Top lane is yet to go down, so that is the virgin inhibitor, the final inhibitor standing, so to speak. We see Candy Kumar has decided to come into the bot lane and face up against Tenchi, a matchup that no one on his team really wants at all, and you cannot blame him. Tenchi is huge. He's going in. Look at this. Takes no damage. He's got a Guardian Angel as well. He is just an incredible tank, and he doesn't really take any damage. He actually sold his last Whisper to get that Guardian Angel. Probably a good idea. Yes, he was doing a lot, but a little bit more tankiness is a good thing on a Nasus. And the ultimates have been used in bot lane. Ignite going down as well on Tenchi, but Candy Kumar is struggling a lot. He can just turn around to the inhibitor if he wants to. There's a fight in top lane. There's the culling. Sherlock getting taken very low. Wolfish used. The shockwave has already been used. Oh, they managed to get the kill on Lissandra. Porolox is getting taken down as well, but Nasus has already picked up one kill. He's coming in the side. Exy against Tenchi. Tenchi is winning this one. Doesn't really have a huge amount of mana though, and there's a bit of a chase. Porojokes gets that Guardian Angel pop. Are they going to turn on Tenchi? No. Kex decides to go for Porojokes. If he can get a red buff slow on him, be able to catch up this one. The flash is not available. He's a bit quicker than Porojokes. There's the red buff, and Porojokes is going to go down here to Kex. Nasus is still alive, but he's getting taken very low by Wolfish EU. Guardian Angel has been popped, and Exy is here as well. There is the elastic screenshot. Not going to get him close enough. Shockwave will be up soon, but he doesn't need a command attack. They're going to be able to go into the bot lane and clear that out. 4-leaf Clover running for that one, and it looks like it's going to be a mid-lane pusher for Bananas and Tuxedos.
Another very good trade by Bananas and Tuxedos. Tenchi just didn't get into the fight again, and there's so much missing from the fight for the side of NumerOuno when Nasus just isn't present in a fight.
These death timers being so long to allow Bananas and Tuxedos to push even though they were being pushed against. You need to be careful now. Buy is up, as is Lissandra. They're going to have to back away. Solar Flare. Lissandra going in. Oh, Exy gets melted away. Lissandra goes very low, but hits the Assault Battery, and Kex is going to die as well. That was too long, Bananas. It was too long. Wolfish EU gets taken out as well. He's going to go into his passive, but he'll be taken down. And the entire team here for NumerOuno are going to be able to run down mid lane. 11 seconds on Tenchi, but he has teleport. This might be the game here for the NumerOuno team.
They got a little bit too ambitious right there. They just pushed when they didn't have the means to do so, or rather, they didn't have the time to. Ran out of time, out came the respawns, and now it's a matter of 2 versus 5. Tenchi teleporting in the bottom lane as well. There you go. That inhibitor's going to go down very quickly.
It's going to be a 3 inhibitor for Tenchi. Even if his team can just distract Thresh and Renekton, it's going to be a free Nexus point for him. They're trying to run back, but look at that. It's already taken half its health from one side and strike. There's the other one. Play comes out, the Fox is not going to lock them down enough. Tenchi is running towards this. It's actually only 6 seconds on Oriana, but the Nexus is down to half its health and it's going to go down. And we declare that NumerOuno are number 1 in this EGL Summoners Cup, number 20. They take first place, and in second place, there is a banana 4 scale in the form of bananas in tuxedos.
Yeah, commiserations there. They slightly overextended their means in that last stage of the fight, and when the 2 carries went down from XC and Kex, the game was pretty much over. The teleport came in from Tenchi, and things just snowballed from there. Game ends 31-29, deceptively close kills, and only 3,000 gold in it as well. Deceptive considering how much actually happened in the game.
Yeah, wow, that was probably one of the most fun games I have cast in a long time, because a couple of times it just seemed like Bananas and Tuxedos were back in the game. It was so close, and then it just slowly just turned away from them. That last bit of push for the inhibitor threw it a tiny bit for them, meant that they just got caught out, and the death timers were so long, and the teleport from Nasus was so strong that the Doge took the win. Well played, Bananas and Tuxedos. Commiserations that you came second. You'll be going home with 2,400 RP each anyway. Well played, NumerOuno. Each of your members will walk home with, well, maybe they won't walk home, maybe they're already at home. Will be seated at home with 3,200 RP and the triumphant Rise skin. Thank you everyone very much for watching. I've been Sona, my co-caster has been Eltazar. It's been the EGL Summoners Cup number 20. We're taking a break for a couple of weeks, so you won't see us around too much, but make sure you get signed up for our next Summoners Shield, which will be in 3 weeks, in the Summoners Cup after that. Summoners Shield is for any rank, gold and below teams, whereas the Summoners Cup is for any rank of team. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you very much for watching. I've really enjoyed casting. Eltazar, anything you'd like to say before we close up?
Thanks for watching, sharing in the madness, and see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, thank you very much. You can follow us on Twitter at EGL, by the way, and on YouTube, EGL Pro. You can follow me on Twitter at TheOnlySona. It's on the screen right now, as is Eltazar's Twitter handle. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the casting and the games. They've been really good quality in these final few games. And we'll see you next time.